So Finesse2Tymez is out here getting a few things off his chest about his girlfriend and baby mama. He narrated the story of how he was taking care of his girl even when he was behind bars. And now he is not even sure that their child is his, since the girl has been dating another man and is refusing to grant him a DNA test. Let's check it out.
I'm sending money home to the I'm talking about, not no little. I'm sending $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a week to the crib. For my boy, making sure her bills paid, making sure my boy fresh, making sure he looking good from the jailhouse. And you got in the streets that won't even take care of their kids. Now Cece done broke bad on me, y'all. Now that I'm in the shoe, I can't send no more money to the crib. I ain't no more love. She done went on. She still with this old. Now mind you, she's still with this old. I'm 26, 27 at the time. I met her when I was 21, and she was with the old. I was 21. I get to Atlanta. I try to make our relationship right for my son, because it's the only boy that I got. It's the only boy that I supposedly have. I skipped something that y'all need to hear. When we was at their house, when she had that baby after them 3 weeks, check this right here. I get to the hospital. Now we done discussed 3, 4 different names. About naming Dylan, about naming my son. I get to the hospital. I'm like, where he at? She like, oh, they went to wash him off. I said, okay. So I can feel like the room was dry. You got her mama, you got her sister, you got her other sister, they in here. So I feel the room kind of dry. I'm like, I try to break the silence. I'm like, so what you name him? Dylan. Man, I ain't never heard of that name. We ain't never discussed that. Where that name come from? Like, she had a nerve to tell me. That's what she told me, y'all. Had a nerve to tell me. My mama named him after her favorite character on The Young and the Restless. I go to the house with her. Don't you know out of nowhere, y'all? About 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, right? Now, man, y'all, I only seen this through the window, heard his voice. I never came in contact with him because I've been having to shake all my life. I've been shaking. I heard bloom, 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 bloom. I know I'm on the run, so I'm like, the police. I run to the front door. I look out the window. Man, I see a like Bernstein Bears, man, like with a little fro on his head. Just like Bernstein Bears, dog. I looks out the window. I'm like, I go back to the room. She was like, man, that's probably the old head. I said, oh, that's the old head. I grabbed the Draco off the dresser. I go to the door, swing the door open. I'm like, man, what's up? Swear to God, every time I watch Baby Boy and I see Tyrese come in in Snoop Dogg G-check Tyrese, I swear to God, like, it always reminds me of this situation. Man, I come to the door, I'm like, man, what's up? Who is you? This looked at me, looked at that Drake, and did a about face. His on. He wasn't trying to see none of that young. I'm gonna go and get to my point. I was getting my son, trying to get him. Man, I went like 4 or 5 months without seeing him, right? Still sending money though. Still sending money, y'all. Still sending money and not even seeing him. It was 3 weeks before Christmas break. She called me. She said, I need $3,500 for Christmas. I said, that ain't no issue. I'll get you the $3,500. That ain't no problem. But, excuse me, when I'm gonna see my son though? Oh, you can get him on Christmas break. You can have him come down there with you on the whole Christmas break. Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, I bet, because my other kids live with me. And I need them to bond. I need them to know each other. I'm trying to, get this family thing. She acting like it's all good. She acting like everything's straight. I call her. This super grand say, oh, we're going to have to meet up at a park or somewhere and see him and bond with him at a park or something. At this point, it's time for me to really sit back and analyze what the going on. Now let me tell y'all something she told me before. I asked her, I said, how did the feel when you got pregnant? Guess what she told me, y'all? Guess how dumb I was, y'all? She said, oh, he didn't know I was pregnant. I said, how he didn't know you were pregnant? You were big I hid it from him. I said, how the hide it? She said, I hid it with my robe. It took for mine now for me to be able to say, man, you know what? The reason why she ain't letting me see that young is because she telling that old still with the old to this day, y'all. You telling that old that's his baby. That's what it is. But I was so blind I couldn't see it. I asked for a blood test, y'all. I ain't heard from the. I even offered for my mama to go swab. You don't even gotta see me. Let my mama, my mama got the same DNA. Let my mama go swab the boy, and let's get to the bottom of this. I ain't heard nothing else from her, y'all.
If you have stayed with me to this point of the video, consider subscribing, hit the like button, and leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.